front of Rino Schutte, the man from South Africa. And here we are looking at one of the representatives of Eritrea, Hebron Berhane, second man off the start ramp at 17 minutes past 3. That means he's now on the road for 8 minutes. On the time trial setup, as you can see, bikes used as used by the Q36.5 pro cycling team this year, the Scots time trial bikes. Last year, the under-23 title went to Paul Lamuria of Uganda, with a second place for Lawrence Lorot, his compatriot also from Uganda. The distance last year was a lot longer, actually, than it was than this year, where we only do 14 kilometers. Hebron Berhane, the man from Eritrea, we just saw on our screen, was fourth that year, so maybe he can improve on that, especially since two of his main rivals are not on the start line today. The bronze medal winner of last year in the under-23s, Joshua Dyke, the South African, is here, so there could be an interesting battle between those riders. We have some first intermediate times. About halfway on the course, it was Merhawi Kudus with 9:21. Fastest time so far. His compatriot Abdelwahab, Nouramat Abdelwahab, about 27 seconds slower. If we look at the fastest time at the moment for the under-23s, we find Hebron Berhane, the man from Eritrea, with a 9:39, but the Ethiopian Haile Mariam only 4 seconds behind him. Those are the only times we have at the moment. If I get some more times, of course, I'll share them with you. If we look at the results from the championships last year, I just mentioned the under-23s to you, with a title for Uganda. This year, it seems like we have no participation from Uganda. for the African Road Championships, because both titles went to Uganda last year with Charles Gagimu. Brendan Downs, the silver medal winner, he will be on the start line. He's the last, actually, to start in an hour. Not an hour, 45 minutes, I should say.
3, 2, 1, come on!
Etienne Tuyizere representing Rwanda, meaning that most of the riders we have at the moment are the under-23s.
Reste là, reste là. On va suivre le prochain. Il est plus vite. Ah, comme ça. C'est bon.
2 riders for the Elite Championships were added to the top of the start list to start just before the under-23s. Both Eritrean riders, maybe a late entry to the start line. But first, we are going to do all of the under-23s for you. Fastest time at the moment at the intermediate timing point for the man from Rwanda, Samuel Nyonkuru. The 21-year-old has a time of 9:26. Rino Schutte, the man from South Africa, 9 seconds down, and currently in 3rd place at the intermediate timing point is Hebron Berhane from Eritrea. Good vibes here. That is great. We're about to welcome the first rider across the finish line. But going back to the elite results last year, Brendan Downs, the silver medal winner, he is one of the big favourites. We also are going to look out for the man from Mauritius, Alexandre Mayer, current rider of Burgos Burpelet, the Spanish pro team. Also, Moishe Mugisha for Rwanda will be representing his country again. He was 5th last year.
Individual time trial.
First 2 riders across the line, Merawi Kudus in 17 minutes 20. And his compatriot from Eritrea, Noor Ahmed Abdelwahab, in 18 minutes 04. So that is the first 2 times for the Elite Championships. The rest of the elite riders will be taking the start from 3:38. That is Greenwich. That is local time. So that will be in 5 minutes from now. We're now going to focus first and foremost on the competition in the men's under-23. The first rider we are going to expect across the finish line will be arriving shortly. It's the man from Angola, Hosanna Gonçalves.
the finish line, I want to confirm Berhan Hebron from Eritrea has just crossed the finish line to the clapping of the crowd.
We have our first under-23 rider across the finish line, meaning that he overtook his Minuteman, Hebron Berhane, a time of 17:50, the man from Eritrea. The 21-year-old is the first one, average speed of 47 kilometers an hour. He overtook his Minuteman, the man from Angola, Hosanna Gonçalves. Berhane was also the man who had the second strongest intermediate time. So we are anxiously waiting for Samuel Nyonkuru from Rwanda. That will be a few minutes, but he was 13 seconds faster than Berhane.
For the under-23 individual time trial competition.
And here we have the arrival of Gonzalez. And also the man from Kenya. And this man we're looking at, Samuel Nyonkuru, the fastest intermediate time so far, 9:26. And he's on his way to quite possibly beat that time of Hebron Berhane from Eritrea. Nyonkuru started his race 16 minutes ago. That means that he is probably approaching that final kilometre as we speak. 17:50 is the fastest time at the moment for the under-23 title. Now we already have the Finnish archery. And there he is, and that means that he's on his way to the fastest time so far, the 21-year-old from Kenya, a man with a lot of international experience already. Of course, raced in his own Tour of Rwanda, raced gravel in Spain, raced some more gravel in Italy. A man who's part of Team Armani, 22-year-old, born in May of 2003. He was 28 at the World Championships, but this is a pretty good ride for Samuel Nyonkuru. And there we have the man across the finish line, the man from Rwanda, in a time of 18:03. And that means that Samuel Nyonkuru lost a lot of time in that second intermediate split. If you look at the time compared to Hebron Berhane at the first intermediate split, we saw that Nyonkuru was 13 seconds faster. But now, across the finish line, he has lost 12, almost 13 seconds on Hebron Berhane. So the second half of the 14-kilometer time trial for Nyonkuru, didn't really go according to plan. May have gone off for a little bit of a too fast start. This looks like the man from South Africa, Rino Schutte. He was only, 4 seconds faster than Berhane at the first intermediate time check. Still in that time trial position on the skis. Rino Schutte was on the podium last year, third behind the two riders from Uganda. And he also lost quite a lot of time there in that second half. It was 4 seconds faster at the first intermediate split, halfway after 12 kilometers on Berhane, 9:35, but he lost 18 seconds in that second 7 kilometers. So, yeah, that is an interesting given that either Berhane went off to a very conservative start, or both Nyonkuru and Rino Schutte went off to a start that was, a pace that was too high to maintain in the second half of the race. This is Tessera. Intermediate time was 10:03 after 7 kilometers. We do have the fastest intermediate time at the moment for another rider from Eritrea, Mewal Girmay. Girmay started his time trial 12 minutes ago, so he still will have another 5-6 minutes on the road. We quickly move over to some of the riders of the elite category. This is Oussama Hellal Berouane from Algeria. He took the start 12 minutes ago. So we have started the elite category again. The first 2 riders, of course, we've already seen, with Mahawi Kudus currently in the hot seat there. Then we took a little break from the elite starts to complete all the starts for the under 23s. We have done that now. Joshua Dyke, the man from South Africa, is currently out on the road. We do have representation.
If Kimani Wangai even can give them a reason to smile in this men elite 14-kilometer individual time trial, it is a smile that will gladly.
And the man from Uganda, Kimulu Aravat, just crossed the line in 8. Eritrea currently in the hot seat for the under 23 race, 17 minutes 50. We have from Ethiopia, Geresir Geremehin Haile Mariam, 16:54. Oh, that is really sad to see. Looks like a mechanical there for the man from Kenya in his home race. That is really, really devastating for him. And quite early on in the race already.
To start off a victory run in the 2025 Cat Road Cycling Africa.
But to complete that top 5 at the moment for the under 23s, Berhane in the hot seat, 17 minutes 50. And then from Ethiopia, Haile Mariam, 4 seconds down. Samuel Nyonkuru from Rwanda, 12 seconds down. Rino Schutte for South Africa, 17 seconds down. And then Kimuli Arafat from Uganda, currently in 5th place, 26 seconds down. Of course, we still have a few riders out on the road for the under 23s.
Opportunity presenting himself. He is quick. He is persistent.
Including the bronze medal winner from last year, South African Joshua Dyke.
As riders start trickling in, his fellow elite
Looks like the man from Benin.
cyclists will be looking to show him that they.
Now, this is the man from Angola, Tessera.
On the finish line, I want to confirm the finish.
Currently 6th place there for him. And we continue with the elite race, the man from Algeria. 30 riders on the start for the elites. Without the defending champion, Charles Kagimo from Uganda. But of course, we're looking out for Brandon Downs, who was out there in the top 10 last year. Henry Alexander Mayer was also in the top 10 last year. We're looking at good old Reinhard Jans van Rensburg as some of the favourites for today. And why not Merhabi Kudus, a man from Eritrea, the veteran of cycling. So much experience for Kudus. It's a good time there for Eritrea. It's Mewal Girmay. Good intermediate time for him as well. 9:18, fastest intermediate time. And this might be the fastest time. And just looking up on my computer, it is indeed the fastest time by a long, long while. Not the man on the top of our screen. That's the rider from Benin, the man who started in front of Girmay. 2 minutes in front of Girmay, actually. But we're looking at this man from Eritrea. Mewal Girmay, 19 years only. 9 minutes 18 was the fastest intermediate split already. And he continued on that really fast pace. And his finish time is 17:01. That is a super time by the just 19-year-old Mewal Girmay for Eritrea. One of the youngest riders, actually, on the start line. Average speed of almost 50 kilometers an hour. On the start line, a man from Tanzania, the country that is just south of where we are at the moment. Dar es Salaam, the big city there in Tanzania, not that far from where we're racing. This is Antonio Dario from Angola, on a time trial setup as well. Absolutely beautiful kit there for Angola. Oh, the very unfortunate man from Kenya. What a devastating day for him. I think it's Davis Kamau, a man who started in fourth place, or Billy Mbolo. It would be the other man from Kenya. And that means that he ran so long. Absolutely devastating mechanical problem there for the home rider. Luckily, he gets some applause.
And we hope the Kenyan Kamau Davis. And he's coming to the finish line, Kamau Davis.
And very quickly, a little while ago, we already saw him running. And if this is the same man, that is really, really terrible. But impressive perseverance there for the Kenyan rider. Davis Kamau, the 20-year-old, is the man from Kenya. And it's he needed 28 minutes. But from that shot we saw quite a long time ago, he must have ran on his cleats for quite some time. I do have good news for the fans from South Africa, because at the moment, Joshua Dyke, the bronze medal winner from last year, absolutely smashed the fastest time at the intermediate timing point, 8:58. And that is a full 20 seconds faster than our current leader from Eritrea. But again, a big applause there for Kamau Davies. This is his compatriot from Kenya, Billy Mbolo. But it would be interesting to hear the story of Davies and how far he's actually run on cleats, mind you, to make it across the finish line. 28 minutes. But an exciting intermediate time there by Joshua Dyke, no less than 20 seconds faster than Mewal Girmay at the moment. Meaning we could see an average speed on this course of over 50 kilometers an hour. Moshe Mugisha, famous name, of course, from Rwandan cycling. If I remember correctly, he won a stage in the Tour of Rwanda. I do indeed remember correctly, even commentated on that race. 28 at the moment, the man from Busogo in Rwanda. 31st at the World Championships. And a fantastic, absolutely fantastic 7th place at the National Championships. He was part of the Golden Mixed Relay last year for Team Rwanda. And when we look at the elite time trial race, he was 5th, Mugisha. So that is for later on First, we're going to watch the finish of the last of the under-23 men.
Destiny in 3, 2, 1.
Already one title for South Africa today. Lucy Young in the elite women's category. Also a great place here for Dris El Awali.
Tabiso from Botswana, preparing to go down that ramp.
The man from Morocco, currently in silver position.
We have El Alwani Dris from Morocco.
13 minutes on the road at the moment for Joshua Dyke. Sadly, we don't have any cameras with him, but he is absolutely flying. Same goes, of course, for Moshe Mugisha, a man who's been around for quite some years. Always very active on the attacks in the Tour of Rwanda. And, of course, his absolute highlight was winning that stage in Kigali on the absolutely beautiful finish at Canal Olympia. Final stage there. Beautiful win there by Moshe Mugisha. We've got riders everywhere at the moment. Looks like the rider from Algeria here, Oussama Mimouni.
Fondly known, at least their football team, as the Indomitable Lions.
And riders are crossing the line. Third place at the moment for Mimouni. So if we look at the top three at the moment, for the under-23 men, we find Mewal Girmay, the 19-year-old from Eritrea, still in the hot seat. Dris El Alwani from Morocco just crossed the finish line, currently in silver position. And then Oussama Abdallah Mimouni from Algeria, currently in bronze. But we do know that Joshua Dyke is still out there with that fantastic intermediate time of his, of 8:58. He started 15 minutes ago, meaning it can't be long before he crosses the finish line. Joshua Dyke, 21 years of age, races on Tenerife, one of the Canary Islands. Was 23rd in the under-23 World Championships. Born in Joburg.
Urging him on. Beauty and the Beast. And off he goes in 2, 1. All the best.
Seventh place so far for the man from Ethiopia, Alemayo. That means that we got 2 riders left to finish, but judging from the intermediate times, the man from South Africa, Joshua Dyke, has overtaken his minute man and should be quite close to the finish line. 16 minutes out on the road as we speak for Joshua Dyke. I do hope we're going to picking up. There he is, on his way to the finish line, and a title. It's not that he has won some time on Girmay, but he's crossing the finish line right now, and from a bronze medal last year, it's a golden medal this year for Joshua Dyke from South Africa, the under-23 men's individual time trial African Continental Champion. Well done for Joshua Dyke. And that means that this category is now complete. He was 20 seconds faster than Girmay at the first time check, and really had to fight hard for that. But he kept that difference on the line and is the new champion. The silver medal goes to Mewal Girmay of Eritrea, and bronze is for the man from Morocco, Dris El Alwani. And this is our last man across the line for the under-23, the man from Mauritius.
We also have Rabaud Jeremy, all the way from Mauritius. Remember Mauritius?
And that means we are going to quickly get the computer screen to the elite men's category. Of course, the first rider's already out on the road. Fastest so far is Moshe Mugisha. But here's the men's under-23 result. Joshua Dyke gets the gold for South Africa. Mewal Gramai, the silver for Eritrea. And Driss Alouani for Morocco in third. Usama Mimouni for Algeria. Etienne Tuyazire for Rwanda. Hebron Berhane for Eritrea. Gerizir Haile Mariam for Ethiopia. Segai Alemayo for Ethiopia in 8. Samuel Nyonkuru for Rwanda in 9. And Rino Slutter for South Africa in a 10th place. Those were the under-23 men. We'll see the podium ceremony later on, and we'll hear the South African national anthem for the second time today after that title in the elite women's time trial for Lucy Young. And here is Merhavi Kudus. These are recorded images because, if you remember, there were 2 riders who started before the under-23s. Oh, it is his, it's not Merhavi Kudus, I do apologize. The fastest time at the moment is Merhavi Kudus. And now we have the first of the elite riders crossing the line. This was the man from Algeria, Osama Hilal Berwane.
And we have received the Hilal Berwane Osama.
The beautiful jersey of Kenya. Out on the road is one guy, Evan Kimani. And here's the rider from Angola, Antonio Dario. Currently in 2nd position. The fastest time out on the road, the fastest intermediate split out on the road, currently held by Moshe Mugisha of Rwanda. 9:16. But Merhavi Kudus, our current leader, was 9:28. Intermediate time for Evan Kimani, the man we're looking at the moment, the man from Kenya, 9:39. So that was 18 seconds slower than our current leader. Riding one of the former Ineos Grenadiers time trial bikes. Of course, you know, links with Kenya and Ineos going way back. Also, the newly formed Amani Women's Pro Team, Women's Continental Pro Team, will be based in Kenya in E10 at altitude, of course, very well known from the long distance and marathon runners from Kenya. Is a man from Sierra Leone on his way for his 14 kilometers. And here we are with Mugisha. Mugisha took the start 14 minutes ago. It was interesting to see what the winning time is going to be in the elite category with regards to the under-23s. Joshua Dyke won that race in 16:45 with an average speed of over 50 kilometers an hour. Fastest time at the moment for the men, elite men, is 17:20, an average speed of 48.4.
And on top of that, just pile up the gold. The first one, of course, coming courtesy of Lucy Young and the elite women. The under 23 men.
South Africa does have an opportunity for a 3rd gold medal, actually, with Brandon Downs, who was at this race last year as well. Take you to the top 10 of last year's African Continental Championships. Charles Gagimu won that race. That was in Eldoret here in Kenya. And Brandon Downs only 8 seconds down. He must be one of the big favourites here to get another gold medal for Africa. we do have Henri Alexandre Maillet from Mauritius. He was fourth last year. But the difference in time was 1.5 minutes between Brandon Downs, the silver medalist last year, and Alexandre Maillet. Mugisha was fifth, by the way, last year, so it could be a podium place for the man from Rwanda. But the biggest favourites must be Brandon Downs. But of course, we are quite late in the season. The championships were on the 9th of October last year in Eldoret in Kenya. And now, of course, we are almost 1.5 months later, meaning that, the road season has winded down, and you have to kind of prolong that peak of form to almost the end of November, which is quite a tough ask. This must be Ait Al-Abdia, former rider of Team UAE Emirates, man from Morocco. Second place at the moment for the man from Morocco. Third for the man from Kenya. We just saw finish his race. And here is the man no, this is not the man from Kenya at the front, but the man behind him is, there we go. Oh, it's not going to be the fastest time for Moshe Mugisha. The man from Botswana, just in front of him, was Matigonolo Botole.
In this wonderful continental championship in the soils of Diani in Kwale County, a place of many opportunities.
Yeah, remarkable. Mugisha, who was 5 seconds faster at the 7-kilometer split time, but then lost about 8 seconds in the second half, meaning that Merhawi Kudus is currently still in the hot seat. Mugisha in second, and Anas Ait Al-Abdia in third place. All three African riders with international experience, with Kudus and Ait Al-Abdia even at World Tour level. We have another rider who is clocking a fast intermediate time, and that is Azzedine Lagab of Algeria. 9:22 at the moment for the veteran from Algeria. He's been around for a long, long time. 38 years young. 9:22, and if we look at the intermediate splits, the 7 kilometers is it. And the man from South Africa. Here is Azzedine Lagab with, just the fastest time. Look at that. The margin between the man from Algeria and Merhawi Kudus, that is 0.4 of a second, not even that. But Azzedine Lagab is currently moving into the hot seat, and quite possibly a medal. Average speed of 48.4 for Azzedine Lagab. Then we look at some riders who are still out on the road, who could be a threat at the moment for that time of Lagab. But at the moment, no, there are no riders out on the road who have a time that could potentially get them into the top 3 or into the top 5 even. But of course, we're looking out for Jans van Rensburg, South African. We're looking out for Henri Alexandre Maillet, and of course, Brandon Downs.
The first one ending the under-23. Congratulations to the winners. I'll be walking you through those final results in just a moment. Currently ongoing is the elite individual time trial race being competed for with some fantastic cyclists. They'll be hoping to make a statement. They'll be hoping to grab an opportunity to climb onto that podium and be celebrated. They'll be hoping to hear their nation's national anthem being played as their flag flies high on foreign soil. They'll be hoping to make a statement for Africa, and we'll find out just who does it. Enjoy the 2025 CAT Road Cycling Africa Championships right here in Kenya.
And on the finish line on the other side with
Current top 10 place for the man from Angola, Alberto Sigondino Igor Silva.
Just across the line, Ahmad from all the way from 255 Tanzania.
Sadly, the man from Madagascar, Mohamed Holder, was disqualified. We don't know the reason, but quite possibly a bike problem. For a late disqualification, it's quite often a bike problem. They have to go through checks before the start line and have to comply with the UCI regulations. This is the man we're all looking at, Brandon Downs, just 8 seconds off the title last year in Eldoret. Full time trial setup there for Brandon Downs. He's 34, the man from Joburg. Third at the National Time Trial Championships in South Africa. The title went to mountain bike star Alan Hatherley. Stefan de Bot was the runner-up.
The men elite, 14 kilometers.
And the third place there went to Brandon Downs. Good news for Stefan de Bot, by the way. He returns to pro level with the new pro team from America, team of George Hincapie, amongst others. Currently still in the hot seat, the man from Algeria, Azzedine Lagab. I said he has been around for quite a long time. He is 39, turned 39 in September. Four-time national road race champion and no less than 11 times national time trial champion, including a 2025, Azzedine Lagab. Could be very well a podium performance by him. This man could be a threat. Henri-Alexandre Mayer of Mauritius. He's 27 at the moment. Joined the Burgos Burpela team. And this is the difference that we have at the moment. The man from Malawi on a normal time trial set, not in a skin suit, normal bike. And yeah, just a few minutes after Mayer took the start, 6 minutes in, he already caught his millet man. The man from Malawi, James McPherson Mbeya. Those are big differences. If you can ride a full time trial setup, if you can have a skin suit, if you can have those aero socks, if you have a little bit of experience riding the time trial bike, although we cannot say this is a very technical circuit, it's just a square. Meaning there are, well, not 4 corners, actually there are 5 corners. 6 corners, I should say. We do a little bit of, a little detour out on the course before we go onto the finish straight along the beach. Remarkably, not riding a Burgos Burpelet BH time trial bike. BH is the Spanish bike brand, riding a specialized S-Works bike here. Mayer, but we're looking at a split screen now of the 2 big favorites for the title, where the South African Brandon Downs should be the biggest favorite. Here's a man from Kenya, Kamu Peterson Vairimu. An average speed of almost 45 kilometers an hour. And here's a man from Botswana, also crossing the finish line. Average speed of 40 kilometers an hour. See if we already have some intermediate times for either Downs or Mayer. Well, interesting intermediate timings coming through at the moment for Reinhard Janssen van Rensburg, the man from South Africa. 9:11, that is the fastest split time at the moment. And also a good intermediate time for Shimo Nzengi Yumba of Rwanda. 9:18 for him. We don't have any times yet for Mayer or Brandon Downs. Of course, they only took the start 7 minutes ago, and in the case of Mayer, 8 minutes ago. Those times should be coming in imminently, and you will get them once I get them as well. Here is a man from Cameroon, Fabrice Chovor. Also on a normal road bike setup. Reinhard Janssen van Rensburg, he took the start 14 minutes ago. So it will be another 3 minutes before we can expect him. 9:11, fastest split, 11 seconds faster than our current leader, Azedine Lagap. So, yeah, another medal opportunity for South Africa on a day that's already been very, very successful for the team. Here is Ashraf Ekdoghmi of Morocco, currently 4th place for him.
All the way from Morocco, Ashraf from Morocco is just across at the finish line.
Morocco, all the way in the north of the continent of Africa. Here is Shimo Nzengi Yumfa, and the fastest time for him. And look at that time, 16:53. That is a fantastic time by the man from Rwanda. He was 4 seconds faster than our current leader, Azedine Lagap, but then he put on the turbo in that second half, the second 7 kilometers, and added another 20-something seconds to his lead. Fantastic result there for the man from Rwanda, Shimo Nzengi Yumba. 9:18 was his split time. 9:15 is the time that we just had from Henri-Alexandre Mayer from Mauritius. And that means that this time for Brandon Downs is about to come in. But what a time there for Rwanda, for Nzengi Yumba. The national champion of Rwanda absolutely put on the turbos there. This is a replay of Brandon Downs overtaking the man from Sao Tome e Principe with the absolutely beautiful name, Nascimento Ferrero Edine do Rosário. One of the smallest countries, well, the second smallest country of Africa. The Seychelles, the islands of Seychelles are the smallest. But yeah, Shimo Nzengi Yumfa, the 27-year-old from Rwanda, probably doesn't even make it all the way to the hot seat because Reinhard Janssen van Rensburg has already beaten that time. And this is a time that's also faster than the winner in the under-23s, Joshua Dyke from South Africa. 16:38, fastest time at the moment for the, with all due respect, Reinhard, I do know that you'll forgive me for it, veteran from South Africa, 36 years of age, already a man with experience with many World Tour teams, of course, MT and Quebec, Dimension Data, the 2 teams led by Doc Ryder, also raced with Giant Shimano, the Dutch team, Lotto Soudal, raced in America with the Denver Disruptors, a year in Africa with China Glory, and this year in the African team. Reinhard Janssen van Rensburg, absolutely formidable gentleman. Currently in the lead, 16:38. But then I'm going to refresh my timing and see what his compatriot has done, Brandon Downs, and see what the intermediate time was for Brandon. 9:11 for a split time. If we compare that to Reinhard Janssen van Rensburg, exactly the same split times between the 2 South Africans. And also still out on the road, of course, is Alexander Mayer. He had 9:15 as a split. Those are the riders we're now looking at for the podium. Of course, Reinhard Jans van Rensburg is up there with that fantastic time of 16:38, average speed of 50.4 kilometers an hour. Who is going to challenge him for that gold medal? Is it going to be Brandon Downs, his compatriot, or this man from Mauritius, overtaking the man from Zimbabwe, Tanaka Prince Choco? Of course, you cannot draft. You have to get out of the split screen of the rider in front of you as soon as possible. Otherwise, the commissaires will not approve. You can see his time trial helmet issued by the team. One of the very few African riders, sadly, at the moment, who have got a contract, a pro contract, so either with a World Tour team or a pro team internationally. With the retirement of Louis Meintjes, who welcomed twins this week. Congratulations, Louis, and of course your partner. Yeah, and also Ryan Gibbons, who has retired this year. We lost two very prominent African professional riders. The man from Sierra Leone currently crossing the finish line. We're anxiously awaiting the arrival of both Alexander Mayer and Brandon Downs, the two challengers for the podium. 16:38 is the time that is currently leading by Reinhard Jans van Rensburg, the man from South Africa. So much international experience he has, the 36-year-old. Brandon Downs, the exact same split time as his compatriot Reinhard Jans van Rensburg. This man, Mayer, just 4 seconds down. Is he on his way to the podium? Was out of that saddle there. Big traffic bump. Here is Downs. Absolutely gorgeous to look at. What a fantastic position there. Also, same traffic bump. There we go. He's not that far, it seems, behind Mayer. And all in the finish straight. 14 minutes ago, Brandon Downs took the start. The leading time at the moment is, of course, 16:38. Intermediate times, they are level, both South Africans, Jans van Rensburg and Brandon Downs. It all comes down to the final 7 kilometers there for Brandon Downs. Jans van Rensburg still in that hot seat. What can Mayer do? Can Shimo Nzinga-Jungfa, the man from Rwanda, hold on to that podium spot? This man is his biggest rival there. They had the same intermediate split time as well. So let's see if Rwanda can keep that podium spot, or will it be Mauritius? Here is Mayer on his way to the finish line. 16 minutes ago that he took the start. He's in the final 300 meters. The man from the island nation of Mauritius, home of the Liège-Bastogne-Liège winner, Kim Lecour. It's not going to be the fastest time, but it looks like it will be a medal for Henri-Alexander Mayer. For now, it's a silver medal for him. It's a silver medal for him now. Reinhard Jans van Rensburg still in pole position, Mayer in second, and Nzinga-Jungfa currently in third. But we're waiting for Brandon Downs. He had the same intermediate split after 7 kilometers as the current leader, his compatriot, Reinhard Jans van Rensburg. It's going to be an anxious wait. It can't be long now until Brandon... Yeah, there he is. He's already in the final 200 meters. Brandon Downs, 16 minutes out on the road. Oh, it's going to be very tight here for Brandon Downs, but it looks like he is going to make it after that silver medal last year. It's a gold medal for the man from South Africa. Gold and silver for South Africa. What a day for South Africa. Winners in the women's elite, winners in the under-23 men, and a gold and silver medal here in the elite men's race.
In a lightning speed, he has also crossed the finish line to the main.
What a ride here by Brendan Downs. There was a silver medal for him last year behind Charles Gagimu, and there is a gold medal for him today. The 30-year-old from Joburg wins the title here in Kwale, in Kenya. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Lucy Young, but don't.
It is the individual time trial for men elite. It is our final event on day one. Remember, we've got a lot lined for you tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. And the final day on Sunday, we've got a lot lined up for you. The people of Diani, the people of Kwale, and the Kenya in general. And all the
Couple goals. A gold medal for both of them. Bronze goes to Mauritius for Mayer. An improvement from his 4th place last year. On the podium this year for Alexandra Mayer. A silver medal goes to Reinhard Jans van Rensburg for South Africa. And a gold medal to Brendan Downs. After his silver last year, there is a gold for him. First men's elite continental champion from South Africa since Gustav Passon. And here's the top 10. Brendan Downs, Reinhard Jans van Rensburg, Henri Alexander Mayer on the podium. Great time by Shimon Nzengi Yumfa, Azedin Lagapner, Habi Kudus, Moshe Mugisha, Ashraf Ndokhmi, Anas Ait Al Abdia, and Bangai Kimane for Kenya is 10th today.
We have Rosario Nascimento Ferreira from Sao Tome and Principe. Sao Tome and Principe. I was made to understand that. Delight of the crowd here.
What an exciting championships, and what a day for South Africa. 4 titles. Three titles, do not get ahead of myself. 3 titles, the men's under-23, Joshua Dyke. The women's elite, Lucy Young. And the men's elite, Brendan Downs. The other titles, men's junior, African continental title, to Mauritius, Tristan Hardy. Tige Kiros won the junior race, the 18-year-old from Ethiopia. And Nesrina Huili was the under-23 women's time trial champion. Tomorrow we have the mixed relay, and then on Saturday the women's elite road race, and on Sunday the men's elite road race. Defending champion Ashley Molman will not be there. And the defending champion in the men's elite road race, Henok Muleberan, will also not be representing his country. So we're going to have 2 new champions. That is on Saturday and Sunday. Also here from Kenya. It's a rather flat affair, but the finish climb in Kwale, 2.4 kilometers, 7%, will make all the difference for our road race. So we're going to do laps here each on Saturday and Sunday, road races. And we finish it off with a nice punchy climb. In the Shimba Hills National Reserve, that is. Big smiles on the podium by our champion, Brennan Downs.
DJ Ella giving us the vibes, the sound. Brandon Downs sitting on the hot seat. He's the one who's given us the best time so far. Looking unlikely anyone will clock that one. We did say that he was one of the favorites going into this one, clocking a time of 16 minutes, 29.226 seconds. That's a clear 9 seconds, 9.561 seconds from his South African compatriot, Reynard. But it looks like it could possibly be a South Africa gold and silver, broken only by Mauritius' amazing performance with Henry Alexander Meyer. That seat may be a hot seat, but he is seemingly cooling it down and owning the throne. We'll be finding out with the final results to be announced and the award ceremony to begin in just a moment. Thank you so much, Diani. This one has been nothing short of spectacular, courtesy of the vibe, the culture, the people, the fans, the support that have come out in their numbers to celebrate Kenya's opportunity, second opportunity in a row to host the Gospel Cycling Africa Championships. This one in 2025, this one in the coastal county of Kwale.
waiting for that podium ceremony here in Diani, in the Kwale County. 19th edition here of the African Road Cycling Championships. This is the under-23 champion, Joshua Dyke, also representing South Africa. Isn't it fun? Both being the continental African champion, Lucy Young and Brendan Downs. Grimay, the silver medal winner in the under-23s. A young man, so interesting to watch for the future.
We don't have audio. No problem. Just okay. Did you put this on?
Yeah. Welcome, congratulations on your first place. How do you feel?
I'm really ecstatic. I've been working really hard for this. Was in Eldoret last year for the African Continental Champs and came up 8 seconds short. So to come away with the title this year, it's really something special.
Tell me a bit more how it went on the road. Was it going well, or what were you experiencing on the road?
So, I mean, it went really well. I think the only little downside to the whole time trial effort is my road bike was really close to the start ramp. So my power meter actually switched over to my road bike, and I had no power for the whole race, so I had to race it on fuel. So yeah, I had to use my time trialing experience there to pace it really well, because I knew coming into the last 4Ks was going to be a little bit of a headwind. Obviously, finding out last night as well that the race was reduced to only 16 Ks was quite a big factor in the elite men's race. We used to racing quite a lot further than 16 Ks. But yeah, I think I had to use a little bit of experience there, really push in the last 4Ks and make up a little bit of time into the headwind. So yeah, like I said, really chuffed with how it went, and really happy to wear the jersey for a year.
So looking forward to the road race on Sunday, what are you expecting?
So I mean, from what I've heard, there's going to be a lot of nations on the road. It's really great to see that there's so many countries that have come out and supported this fantastic event. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a flat circuit. We're going to do, I think, 10 laps of this circuit in town, and then we're going out onto the climb. So I think it's going to be a really interesting race. Lots of riders, really hot conditions. We have to manage ourselves from the beginning of the race. Hydration is going to be super important, and cooling. So I mean, I think those are all factors that are going to come into it, and I think the strongest man on the day is probably going to come away with the title.
Well, congratulations for today, and best of luck for Sunday.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Interview with our winner, Brandon Downs, after his silver medal last year, a gold medal today, just like his partner, Lucy Young. Of course, yeah, a road race, small teams, many teams, as Brandon Downs said. But yeah, I want to stress as well, it's great that we have so many nations there on the start line, both Saturday and Sunday. But it will be hard to control with so many nations and small teams out on the road as well.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, an opportunity for us now to celebrate the final two races of the 2025 CAC Road Cycling Africa Championships right here in Kenya. And we start off with the medals coming onto the podium, the stage.
Going to start with the under-23 men's podium ceremony.
And now the elite ITT men's race. The medalists coming onto the stage, as we've seen Brandon Downs
Start with the elite. Two from South Africa on the podium and one from Mauritius. They're not already on the podium there. Wait a little bit, young man.
County Commissioner Francisca Girosa, CEC Sports Kwale, and Jean-Pierre Vandal, Africa Development Director at the UCI, will be giving the awards, and we start off with the bronze medalist all the way from Mauritius, clocking a time of 16 minutes. 49.361 seconds. Maya Andre Alexander joining Hardy Tristan, who won gold earlier, and Ari Harvard, who won silver in the elite women's, and he walks away with bronze. Mauritius making such a statement already in these games, and it's just day one. Congratulations, bronze medal around his neck, courtesy of partners and sponsors, Ethiopian Airlines. He gets a gift, and our attention turns to the man who came also close to gold, Jans van Rensburg Reynard from South Africa.
Reinhard Jans van Rensburg, silver medal, bronze for Alexandra Meyer.
Came back from holiday, and it was business as usual for the club.
Came back from holiday. Why not?
Wrapping up this year with an amazing medal, silver in the individual time trials right here at the Capital Cycling Africa Championship. But it is all gold for the golden boy. He does it this year. Down from South Africa.
For the golden man today. Oh, quite a high podium there. Here's Brandon Downs. 34-year-old. Part of the club team of Melon Mobile Real Pay. And then that beautiful jersey of the Continental champion.
What was needed, gave as much as was required, and walks away not just only with that jersey which he puts on with pride. Coming second.
It's a 27th place for him at the World Championships.
That gold medal that he missed out last year, missed out on it, but this year
there's a bronze medal for Brandon Downs on the road last year, and a silver in the time trial, and now there is a gold for him. And maybe, who knows what happens on Sunday.
And alongside Jean-Pierre, UCI Africa Development Director, hands up with the flowers.
They've got a nice team for South Africa representing them. And here's the man with the golden medal and the jersey. And it's time for the national anthem of South Africa. The South African national anthem, adopted in 1997 as a mix from a 19th century Xhosa hymn and the Afrikaans.
We're about to celebrate Downs and his podium compatriots, Johns van Rensburg Reynard, who came in second. For South Africa, it is gold and silver. Mauritius bringing in the bronze medal through Meyer Henri Alexander. Thank you very much to the cyclists. I'll ask the dignitaries to remain on top as we now turn our attention to the individual time trials under 23 men's race. And now the medals brought onto the stage next to the podium. Silver, bronze, and the enviable gold medal, secured by three fantastic athletes from Morocco, South Africa, and Eritrea. And Morocco grabbing the bronze medal. What a race he has had. Fantastic run, coming also close to gold. And it is the county commissioner who will be giving him his bronze medal, securing third place with an amazing race, looking to win it, but coming short, but slightly short. He will be celebrating all the same as he smiles with his Ethiopian goodie bag from Ethiopia Airlines. In second place with silver medal, 17 minutes and 1.015 seconds. Mewael from Eritrea, Girmay, the man who steps up to the podium to receive his silver medal. And what a season this boy is having. His brother, in case you don't know, his brother is an Olympian. Biriam Girmay, the man who actually in fact won a green jersey in the 2024 Tour de France, runs in the family. Silver it is. And now the golden moment, the golden boy, Dyke Joshua from South Africa, wrapping up a golden haul from South Africa and being able to receive yet another white jersey. And South Africa made a demanding and commanding statement in the 2025 CAC World Cycling Africa Championships right here in Kenya. Dons that white jersey, golden feeling to this golden boy who was third last year, coming in first this year, top 30 at the World Time Trials, has been training in Spain for over a year, second in the under-23 South Africa Time Trials, looking forward to the road race right here, something his competitors won't be feeling, considering what he has done in the individual time trials. Congratulations to the medalists. I will ask us to turn to our right, face the flag as we hear the national anthem of South Africa. Eritrea's Girmay Mawel, and of course South Africa's Dyke Joshua with gold, posing with the dignitaries. Big smile on the faces of the man who's in charge of Africa development, the director. He knows that and just like that, we're left with 3 stars of the future individually, and now we await to see how they will perform as a team. That has been the day, the first day of the 2025 CAC Road Cycling Africa Championship. It's been a great day, and we ask that you come in tomorrow. We're looking forward to yet another fantastic day tomorrow.
How was your day, man?
Still working.